In this lesson, you'll see how to set up your guides and rulers in Flash Professional CC. These can be very helpful in staying oriented and organized within a project. So here I have a blank document opened up inside Flash Pro, and if I want to view my rulers, I can go into my View menu here and choose to enable rulers. And you'll see that these pixel-based rulers, which is the default, come out with 0, 0 being the top left corner of our document. To have a look at some other options, we can have a peek inside of the grid. Grid allows us to visualize grid spacing in numeric increments. So in this case, if we go inside of View, Grid, Edit Grid, we can see that this particular grid is 10 by 10 pixels. So each one of these little squares that we see is 10 by 10 pixels. We can also go again to our View menu and have a look at our guides. Now by default, you won't have any guides on the stage, but what we can do is click and drag guides from our ruler. So if we want a guide to snap to, let's say, 10 pixels from the top, and we'll drag out another one for 10 pixels on the side here, you can see that even now if we go and we turn off our grid, we still have those guides, and we'd be able to easily align elements to these guides for doing layout. We can do precise layout in this fashion. We can also choose to clear guides from here or lock them so they can't be moved. When we go into Edit Guides, we can see that we can change the color of these guides, and we can also choose to snap to guides and choose a snap accuracy. The last thing we'll see here are our snapping preferences. So right now we have snap align. You can also snap to grid, snap to guides, snap to pixels, which is something I always like to turn on. Because snap to pixels, what that's going to do is actually try and align any of your objects that you're moving around the stage to whole pixel numbers along the X and Y axis. If you don't choose snap to pixels, it'll be a lot easier to actually place elements between whole pixels. Flash as a format is actually pretty flexible when it comes to this. You can have an object that doesn't exist on a whole X or Y pixel. So you might have an object that's actually aligned at its X position to something like 10.5, 10.6, something of that nature. This option actually helps get around that. And you've got an edit snapping option here as well, where you have all those different options right there, and even an advanced drop-down that you can use. So in this lesson, we've seen how to use guides and rulers and enable snapping for those guides, rulers, and grids through the Flash Professional application interface.